My name's Ann Brown.
And what in the music department do? You sing, you yodel?
Sing, play guitar, play bass, play accordion, play steel. Basically bass and guitar. They're my main things.
Okay.
And I guess guitar is the main one because of singing.
But you yodel too, and you sing.
I yodel too, yeah. Not too many people do that anymore. Everybody loves it.
Now, how long have you been involved in music? Since you were a kid?
Since I was 7. I started to play when I was 7. And I started to play professionally, I guess, when I was 12. I had my own band at 12. And we went all over the place playing just little jobs. My father built a stage, actually, in the backyard. And we had all the neighbors come in, and cars were stopping on the street. So my cousin played fiddle, my girlfriend played accordion, and one of the other ones played guitar. So we started out as kids.
That's so crazy. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Roslyn, Pennsylvania.
Okay. And was your family super into music?
My mother sang opera.
Okay, so
Quite a difference.
Now, do you have a memory of what got you into music? Who were the artists? What was the...
Well, actually, I started out listening to Gene Autry when I was real little. My grandparents were from Indiana and Cincinnati, and they would have on Louisiana Hayride and the Grand Ole Opry. And my dad's family had a dancing school. They thought I'd make a good dancer because I was little, but my mother said I would do this. So they decided maybe I should play the guitar and sing. And of course, as I got into my career, I was very fortunate to be able to do a copulation with the Grand Ole Opry people, with Charlie Louvin and Billy Joe Spears and David Rogers, and I was able to be on the Opry with Charlie. So it was quite a career. But we play in Florida, we play in Texas, we play in Arizona. I've played in Arizona, and just all over the place. I record out of Nashville. I've got 11 CDs that I've recorded out of Nashville. It was a great career, and I'm still going.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not over. You're still going, yeah.
No, I just did RFD TV, 2 television shows for RFD TV. And I played at the Nightlife in Nashville. I played at the Palace in Nashville. But I thought I'd do all this when I was in my 20s. Not now. About every 2 years I go down and I'll do a CD. The last 2 I did was kind of a compilation of old-time country, and I did a Texas swing. I love Texas swing. That's why I play in Texas. I played at the Stockyards in Texas, and it's a great place. Started with Gene Autry, as I said, when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And every day in the morning there was a show called Texas Jim Robertson.
What was it called?
Texas Jim Robertson.
Okay.
He came on every morning about 8 o'clock. And I would listen to Texas Jim while I was having my breakfast. And as soon as Texas Jim was off, as they were signing off, I would run out the front door across the street to the school. So I listened to him every day.
Listen,
yeah,
and then
right.
bolt. Yeah,
the bell would be ringing, I'd be out the door across the street. But it just mushroomed from there. Then of course it was Eddie Arnold, and my cousin played steel guitar. And Eddie Arnold, it was Eddie and his steel guitar player, Roy Wiggins. So it was my cousin playing steel and me, and we did all Eddie Arnold and just everybody's songs. We just kept going.
That's really cool.
We started out playing for little banquets. We had the Freihofer's Bakery used to deliver our bread.
You've been the longest, I believe, one of the longest running members of the Hayride.
I came on around August or September.
Right.
And I know I was on the first anniversary show.
Right.
So it had to be within that first year.
How did you hear of it?
My friend, my partner, that we had a band together, Ron Atwood, and he was on the show.
Okay.
He came to me and he said, "You got to get on this show." He said, "You got to audition for this show." He said, "Because nobody yodels and they're going to love you."
So he just basically told you got to get on it.
Yeah, so I got in touch with the girl that was running it and sent her a CD, actually.
Really?
Yeah. And she said, "Oh, great, come on the show," and gave me a time, and that's how it started. You spend a lot of time listening to songs.
Yeah.
And which ones you want to do. So we spent hours at his house, and he said, "Why don't you do Constantly?" I said, "I love the song, but it was a big hit for Connie. It's her song." He said, "I'm telling you, do this song." I said, "Oh, okay." I relented, and we did the song. Well, they took it off of this compilation and charted it to number 8 worldwide. And so I got that award for my first internationally charted song.
That's incredible. When was that?
1989.
Can I ask you how long you've been yodeling for?
80 years.
80 years?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That is...
Well, I started when I was 7.
That is wild.
So I'll be 87 in June.
That is wild. That is wild. How has the industry changed over the years?
I think it's probably a little better. The very first time I ever went to Nashville to record, it was like, oh, it's a female. And you were kind of not given your due, because it didn't matter what you did.
Right, or how you
Just-
sounded.
Or how you
Yeah.
sounded. Yeah, it was just like, oh, well, it's a female, it's a woman,
What made you always keep going?
Just the love of it.
Really?
I just love entertaining people. Like you say, the people, that for me was it. I love going out. To do a show, like right now when I do a lot of the nursing homes or the senior living centers, I use what's called tracks. Every one of my CDs, I have what's called a track without the vocal. It's exactly like the CD, but there's no vocal. So I play those. I have the band behind me, but it's not the same. I don't like it. I'd
Right.
rather have the band because there's more camaraderie with the band. The guys. I mean, all the ones I've ever. It's always been all men and me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's more. I don't know. It's just nicer having the band behind you.
Do you think that there's something about music that almost keeps you young or gives you energy?
It does. Yes, it does. Yeah.
It takes you away for a bit?
I think so, yeah. And also, for me, like entertaining people, I gotta look halfway decent.
Right, you got to keep yourself up. I get that. Yeah. What has been one of the parts of doing the hayride that you've liked the most? What part of it?
People.
The people?
I think with country music, at least for me, as
Yeah.
I grew up with the, I'll say the old country stars.
Right.
You'd go to see them every Sunday I spent at Sleepy Hollow Ranch Park, as a kid, and listening to them and watching what they did. And they were so friendly. They would come down, they'd sign autographs. Jeannie Seely, well now, she'll sign autographs for hours, if you want her to. And it just was that was part of it. And
Yeah.
of course, dressing up was another part of it. I loved the sequins and all that stuff.
Yes, that's so honest and true. Yeah.
But that was part of it. But the people were country music people who love country music are just so friendly and so nice, and they just love you. And you can't help but love them back, And then you want to do your best, and you hate not to be there because you want to be there for them. We all love the music so much.
Yeah.
And we love what we do. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We love, like I said, the people. We love entertaining the people. And, you can see, if some songs you can see them smile. Sometimes you'll see them cry. Right now I do a lot of nursing homes and VNA people where they come for the day. And you can see the emotion that you can cause, And somebody said one time, if you can make them cry, you're pretty good,
Yeah.
Which I don't intend to do.
But it just hits them.
It does, yes.
Yeah.
Some songs will just get their emotions, I guess.
Do you find that people are surprised that you're still doing it?
Yes. People say to me, how long are you going to keep doing this? And I go, well, as long as the good Lord gives me my voice and my health,
Yeah.
why not?
Right. Why not?
Why